Rock City, we're going to celebrate this guy right here. Oh, there he is. Ace Frehley. We're going to have a lot of good talks. We're going to have a positive show. The last 3 days have sucked. But today, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I think that we got a little video to watch, too, which is going to be... Lee and I were just talking about it before we got started. And, we're going to do all that today on Podcast Rock City Live.
Hi, this is Ace Frehley, and you're listening to Podcast Rock City, the only podcast from Jandel. Don't forget your spacesuit.
What's up, everybody? Joe here from Podcast Rock City, and with me this week in this new location, Sonny Hollywood Pooney.
What's up, peeps? I'm in the new location. It's not completely set up yet. Someday it will be. It was like 200 boxes, it felt like. But what I did yesterday was every place in this room where the 4 members are, I put Ace in the front. So like behind me, Ace is singing Shock Me. Right there, Ace is doing Talk to Me. Like he's the guy singing.
That's amazing. Right down there is the man, the myth, the legend, Joey Casada.
Welcome, everybody. Tonight's going to be a special night. Obviously, we have to celebrate Ace. We're all heartbroken. I can imagine how everyone else is feeling. You can imagine how we feel. We're going to talk about Ace. We're going to celebrate Ace. He is one of a kind.
Absolutely. And right down there is the lovely and talented herself, Goddess of Thunder, Lee. Hi, Lee.
Hi, everybody.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't know this was going to happen. My condolences to everybody. I know how I feel.
Absolutely. This one of the things that's amazing about this, I was talking to Sonny about it, is how many people that made comments about this, like publicly, that I know. Joey, Steve Vai, like wrote a whole thing about Ace. That was pretty amazing. Did you see that?
Of course, listen, obviously Ace influenced so many of us, but people don't realize he influenced that whole generation of superstar musicians that are currently out there right now. Obviously the Steve Vais and the Mike Portnoys and all those guys, those are all Kiss generation musicians. So, Ace's legacy will live on forever and ever, and even then some. So, he left such a big stamp on this world with his, not only just his music, but his personality, his rock star persona. Ace was second to none.
Second to none. So I wanted to, basically, here's the deal, you guys. I want to make sure we don't have a producer tonight. Normally we do. So if you look on the screen right down there, your comments, they're going up. They're, talk amongst yourselves. Do what you can. I'm going to put this over here as well because I want to make sure I can see what you guys are doing. Listen, first and foremost, I know it's been a tough week, but damn, I want to smile a little bit. I want to laugh a little bit. And, one of the things about Ace, man, was he was funny. He was. And I went ahead and looked online for some video. I was just watching video, and then there's plenty of it. So let's just start with this. I wanted you guys to watch this. It totally and completely cracked me up. This right here. Let's see. Here we go.
I'll give me one of these, give me two of these, give me three of these. Oh, that hat looks great on you.
Oh, it looks good on you, though.
I gotta get something to drink because I'm dying.
Like
Do you have a
already,
name tag on?
I don't.
Why not?
But my name is Danny. I lost it.
You lost it.
They're too
I was
cheap.
cashing out of the register the other day, and the guy told me he didn't want to wear his name tag because he didn't want anybody to know who he was. But you lost yours. Hey, there's more fireworks. Well, how come no? I want firecrackers and cherry bombs and ash cans so I can blow up. This is all stuff. No firecrackers? It's all like that stupid stuff. It doesn't make noise. I'm getting quarter sticks of dynamite. How about a watermelon? Yeah, my mother used to tell me you gotta press it to see if it's ripe or not.
Dude, I want to blow shit up. Ace Frehley, let me tell you something. I love Paul Stanley. I love Gene Simmons. You ain't getting that video from them, right, Sonny?
No way. The closest you're going to get is that, remember that Andrew Dice Clay video that was out there and Paul didn't know who he was and I couldn't tell if it was staged or not.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And Gene, you could possibly, but not at that level.
Yeah, not at that level. Joey, okay, so as we all know, Joey played drums on the last Ace record. And let me ask you this, you know, you got that call to track some drums for Ace. I remember you and I talked about this the other night. Thursday night, you and I were on the phone for about an hour. You had a drive. We were talking and you were like, you know, you were the first person I called because I knew you would appreciate what I just did. Let me ask you this. What was that call like? What was it like to be in the studio with him and just record?
I mean, listen, obviously it was incredible, but even now reminiscing on it, it was so surreal. Being on his last record, you know, playing most of the drums on the record, getting that call, you know, originally I've said it a million times. I originally just was hoping to record some demos with Ace and Steve, and you know, the ball just kept rolling. I recorded a few things. Ace loved them. Steve loved them. Recorded a few more. Ace loved them. Steve loved them. And then I got the call to go into the studio to lay down some permanent tracks. And you know, the day with Ace, we spent a couple of days. Ace was incredible. You know, he is not just, you know, we record while I was there. Not only did I record drums, Ace recorded a couple solos. He recorded vocals for Constantly Cute when I was there. We were writing all the stuff together. Ace came up with all the lyrics, but I remember him literally writing the line that his taste buds smile. If you go back and listen to that line, he wrote that line in front of me and he was laughing, his cackle Ace laugh at the line when he wrote it, and he loved it so much, and he's laughing at himself because the line is ridiculous, but it's perfect for the song. It's perfect for Ace, and Ace was just cracking himself up, and that was Ace. I mean, you couldn't describe him any better. I told the story on one of our old episodes where, you know, the whole night that we're there, we're tracking, and you know, Steve's producing, so he's trying to get stuff done, and Ace is doing magic tricks for me. At one point, he sticks his face in his bag, and he's like, "Hold on a second, Steve." He's yelling at Steve, "Give me a minute." And he wants to show me something, and he's in his bag. He's got to be in his bag for a good 30, 40 seconds. And he pulls his head out. He goes, "What the hell was I looking for again?" And, you know, we're just crying, laughing in the studio. And Ace was such a personality, one of a kind, not only talent-wise and songwriter-wise and guitar player-wise, but there's no one ever like him, his personality. He was, you know, I saw a big video that his ex-girlfriend Laura put online that, you know, loving his warmth and his friendliness and his down-to-earthness. That was Ace in a nutshell. He was one of us, but he was also one of them. He was one of the superstars. But even though he knew it, he still felt like he was just one of us, and that's what made Ace special.
Absolutely. Lee, let me ask you this. When you did the it was a VH1 show, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was it called again?
Fan club.
Fan club, right. Was that the first time you'd met Ace, or did you, because you met him that day, didn't you?
I did, but I wasn't able to get a picture or anything, but they were filming me with Gene, and I did get filmed with Paul also. And I think it was when I was with Gene, and Ace was behind the cameraman watching and just laughing.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get him to sign you?
Not that Gene did, but not Ace. No, but I shook Ace's hand, but I never was able to get a picture with him that day. But that was the first time.
So if you guys have never seen that, it's online. You can find, I don't know, not the Ace part, but Lee on the fan club show for Kiss. Sonny,
Yep.
so you went to a vault, but you didn't get the opportunity to meet Ace. And you did it basically because, from what I gathered in our conversation, is you're an Ace guy, and you were a little nervous about having a moment that soured your love for Ace.
Yeah, and Ace is not the only person that I worry about that with, right? So there's folks in the entertainment industry in general that I've loved what output they've had out there, and I've loved what they meant to my life, and I love what they mean to the entertainment business, that I probably don't want to meet, because I can't get past a bad interaction. I know that about me. So it's like, I don't want to take a chance in doing that. I just rather remember who the person was. And I remember the first time I saw him on a video, right? Because the first time I saw him on a video was Exposed. I don't know who Ace is. I get into music at 84. He's out of it right now, right? But he was like Fonzie cool, like immediately. So then when I figure out, oh, there's 4 of them, they got their own personas, and you find out a little about Ace, oh, it was immediate that I was an Ace guy, because he just didn't give a shit. And God, you gotta love a guy that just lives his life and don't give a shit. The Steve Vais of the world, to me, I think they look at Ace as a generational talent. They want to pick up the guitar and play it, but they know they can't do it like him, so they got to do it a different way, right? So Steve Vai can't be more different than Ace is, but Steve's okay with that, and Ace didn't give a shit, so who cares?
Yeah.
It's funny, in my band situations, the guitarist that we played with went to Berkeley and stuff. He could play note for note, really serious solos, but he always had trouble with Ace and Mick Mars.
Was that Olaf?
Olaf the Great.
Olaf.
Yep. Yeah, because he just.
Well, you've seen,
I guess because they were so raw and just did, they weren't like classically trained. They did their own thing, and it was hard for him to grasp.
And even live, he's got rings on his fingers. He's got bracelets on his hand. His bracelets are hitting the strings, and they're hitting the guitar, and he doesn't. He has no idea. He's like a quarter step behind. Yeah, like who knows?
Yeah, it's totally Ace. Let me tell you something. Here's my story about the first time I ever met Ace. He was here in Atlanta. I've told this story before. So, hey, just for a second, I just want to do a little business here. 187 of you guys, there's been as many as 200 in here. Thanks for coming out tonight. We really do appreciate you being here. In case you've never seen us before, we're here every Sunday at 7 p.m. live, and we do this live. And this is my thing. It's 100% live, 100% interactive, and 100% Kiss, except for tonight, which of course it's 100% Ace Frehley. Okay, so I go to this thing in Atlanta, and it was what's the Days of the Dead?
Days of the Dead.
Days of the Dead. And I get in line, and Lee is standing there, right? And this is I don't know how many years ago. It's got to be 10 or more years ago now. And I'm like, she's like, "What are you going to get signed?" And I said, "Oh, I have my Ace, you know, the Love Gun poster, the one where, or Alive 2. I never know exactly when that came out, but where the smoking guitar. And I was like, I'm going to get that signed. And she's like, oh, okay. So we go through, the guy hands us a couple of picks. Remember, they were handing out picks.
Yeah.
Was it astronomy? I don't know. It might have been handing us picks. We're standing in line. And right as I'm about to pay, Lee goes, hey, you going to get Ace to sign you? And I go,
because you had a Kiss Army tattoo.
Yeah, I have the Kiss tattoo. And I go, oh, no, I can't afford that. It's already expensive to get his autograph. To be fair, it was only like $75, okay? But at the time, I was in a different place. Anyway, financially. So Lee goes, oh, hell no. So she paid for me to get Ace to sign my leg. And that was amazing. I forever
get by with a little help from your friends.
From your friends, damn straight. And that was how it happened. And that's how it started. I got Ace he signed my leg and signed my poster. And then it took me 7 years, but I got all the other original guys to sign my leg.
You scraped the cash to get that tattoo done.
You know, yes, I went right after I got the tattoo. You know that I couldn't have just had Ace on my leg. I had to have the other guys.
Well, once you get one, you
gotta have them all.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I met Ace. He was very nice. I didn't get a picture because I didn't have the money. But to be honest, I didn't even know he was gonna be in Atlanta until like the day before. But 200 of you guys are here. Good to see you. It's Ace Day here at Podcast Rock City.
I think everybody just needs a little camaraderie today.
Yes, we're all just gonna hang out and have some fun. You guys, please tell your stories in the chat boxes. It's amazing. So, and every time I met him, sometimes he was a little more laid
Did anybody go to the birthday bash? I was there.
You went to the birthday? Hey,
that was something.
Sonny, did you go to that? What
this
was that?
What the shirt is from.
That's what how was that?
Oh, it was what an amazing memory. It was so messed up that it's like amazing. It borders on amazing. I know Andrew was there.
Scambatty?
Yeah. It was just crazy. Gene showed up with a birthday cake. Nobody knew he was coming. And, Ace had like an attitude that day. It's just So you were supposed to get this big lunch, and they gave you a hot dog and potato chips. There's just a lot of funny things that went on.
A hot dog and potato chips. Okay, so what did it cost to get in?
I can't remember. I really can't.
So this was when, before the farewell?
2002.
Oh, after farewell. And where was it? In New York?
It was, New Jersey.
In New Jersey?
Yeah, at that center. I can't remember the name of it.
That's awesome.
Someone here must have gone also.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee it. Okay, so Sonny, let me talk to you about this. What do you think the big? I mean, we're obviously talking about it. I don't know what happened to Joey. I hope he's okay. What do you think the big attraction is for Ace? Like, is it just the freeness of him?
I think it's probably a variety of things. It's a little bit of he's got the fun personality, crazy uncle type guy. The persona is a little more mysterious because people are interested in space, right? So that makes it a little, he played up the persona well, always kind of seemed like he wasn't there. And you never really quite knew if he was all there, all not there, hammered or not hammered, like sober or not sober. Like, they can't really tell.
Right.
And then in the end, just, hey, I'm going to be me. I don't really give a shit. And you get all these folks that, whether it's his own bandmates that have said, he's lazy or he doesn't work hard or he doesn't care. He was in the business for 50 plus years.
Right.
So he obviously did something right. Okay. So maybe he made millions, squandered millions. Maybe he could have made millions more. Who knows? Right. And I'll be the first guy to tell you that the last 15 years, there's been stuff Ace did. I'm just like, please stop. Like, I've said it here. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Just stop doing this. But that's true with everybody. I don't want to see Paul on the goddamn electric bike anymore either. And I don't give a shit if you had pasta for lunch. Right. So they're that's happening with everybody. So that's not just on Ace, but I think he just made it feel cool instead of a business. And the more Paul and Gene were business, the cooler Ace got.
Ace and Peter. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The whole every bit of his persona though it doesn't feel like any of it was fake. It was, you know what I mean? Where some rock stars, you know, it always feels like he just was himself. We always hear the stories about him being like just funny, you know, and not being afraid to laugh at things and
laugh of his.
The laugh.
Gosh,
I saw an interview where he told somebody, I'm good with meeting the fans as long as it's not in the bathroom. Right. And then the guy said something like, why not in the bathroom? And Ace was like, because I'm going to the bathroom. That's why.
So let me tell you guys, I want to show you something. There was a vault experience. Oh, I think it was. Yeah, there was a vault experience a few years back. And Jody Have-Not from our show, he got a phone call and they said, hey, I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was his buddy Joe. He said, hey, Ace is going to be in your town and he's going to do a private thing and he needs a guitar. Will you bring him a guitar? And Jody was like, well, I have a Les Paul. I'll bring it, you know? And so anyway, he goes and I got to find it. I want to make sure that So he goes and he brings his guitar and then he sent me all these pictures of him and Ace. And while he was sitting with Ace, he was asking Ace, how is it that you did this? And just for you guys to know, Jody is an amazing guitar player. He's very good at what he does. He loves the guitar. He loves Ace. He's an Ace guy. And Ace played Jody's guitar. And I have this video up here I want to show you guys because I want to show you how much he meant to our friend Jody. Here we go. I hope you can hear it.
Okay, so anyways, this may be a little too geeky for some of you people, but this is pretty crazy. So this is the guitar that Ace played earlier. I just got home and did the show real quick, and now I'm unpacking my shit. And so there's all these like different like little marks from Ace, not like in a bad way, but like he was, I don't know if you can see it, but right around this volume knob, see how it's kind of like a little finger grease right there? That's Ace's. And so is all this shit. And let me look at the back of the neck. Even right here, that fingerprint's probably Ace's. Because I don't ever grab it there. I know this is probably a little too geeky for most. Oh, of course, PRC. Okay, so.
I mean,
he never cleaned it, right? Did he not?
I don't know. I bet he hung on to those fingerprints as long as he possibly could.
Wipe it off.
I'll tell you this. I remember meeting Steve Vai and shaking his hand and being like, I may never wash that hand because I love it. And I did the same with Bootsy Collins. When I met Bootsy Collins, I shook his hand and I go, man, I hope some of that magic's on me. And he goes, it's on you, baby. It's on you. Just like Bootsy, so cool. Bootsy Collins. And then he hit on my wife. So it was really, and not in a bad way. He was just flirtatious. Anyway, back to Ace. Okay. So lead, like when it comes to Ace Frehley, you know, that people compare him. They always say, Ace wants to be the Keith Richards of Kiss, but I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because I don't think Keith as far as personality wise, Keith's got a personality, but I don't think he touches Ace Frehley. What do you think?
Him? Who said that? That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's for years.
There's no touching Ace. I mean, when you have a persona like when you're in Kiss and you're an original 4 member, nothing touches your persona. There's nobody could touch that. Keith Richards, I mean, he's epic, but he ain't no Ace Frehley.
No, do you agree with that, Joey? I mean, yeah, Sonny, Joey, he's an empty chair today.
Yeah, I'm not a big Keith Richards fan to begin with, but if Ace is going to pick somebody to be, he's going to pick Clapton from Cream. He's not going to pick Richards from Rolling Stones.
Yeah,
they're going to pick him to be.
Yeah. And I've watched some interviews with Keith Richards, and he's pretty funny, but it's like the one thing about Ace is is he just was very special as far as personality, style, man, just style. I watched the Budokan concert yesterday and listened to another live record that somebody gave me. And man, there's just so much ability there, especially in the 70s. In the 70s, everything he was doing was so fresh, Mm-hmm. But one of the things about him was, just how, if you watch Paul on stage, he's got his cool. If you watch Gene on stage, he's got his way. But Ace was kind of like that silent, just like you were saying, like the Fonz, right, Sonny?
Yeah, and I can also say, like you've heard Paul and Gene say, Ace kind of stopped growing at one point, right? And okay, maybe. And Paul didn't, right? Paul went to the 80s and did the next thing. But Gene stopped growing too, technically. Gene didn't set the 80s on fire. Right. I would say Ace did more things that I liked than Gene did in the 80s.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Just unfair a little bit.
So all you guys that are watching right now, I know some of you guys might be here for the first time. Just remember, we get together every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. There's a lot of people here that are here every week. You guys should join us again next week. Next week, we're going to get together 7 p.m. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk Kiss. We're going to keep going with this because this has been a lot of fun so far. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was his solo career. I love Paul's Live to Win album. I love that record, but it really seems like when Ace puts out solo albums, they tend to be more like Kiss than when Paul Stanley or Gene Simmons puts out a solo album. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would say so.
If most of the songs that you hear him do on his solo albums, they could go on Kiss records, even different years. Like some of those songs could go into the 80s stuff. Some of them could go back into the 70s stuff, But Ace always stayed true to exactly what he was as far as a rock guy, right, Lee?
Yeah, and he never stopped putting out music. He just had to create,
Yeah. Just kept going. Never was always like one of you guys that are watching right now. Let me know out of the let's say his solo career, not 78. Did you have a favorite record? Let us know what it was. Favorite Ace record. I'm going to tell you, man, it's really strange. I was listening to some Ace today. And it's really strange. I have to say that I haven't been as emotional as I thought I would be. About this whole situation. I've been very, very busy, and I don't know if it's all hit me yet. But I was listening to "Rockin' with the Boys" today, and that song kind of hit me hard, man. And I have to tell you, I love that song. I love that. And as a matter of fact, I'm not sure that I listened to that album enough. You know, and people are posting Trouble Walking, Anomaly, Spaceman, Trouble Walking, Frehley's Comet, Ace's first solo album. Sonny, did you have a favorite Ace solo album after 78, after he was out of Kiss?
Yeah, it's 100% Trouble Walking for me. And it's got nothing to do with I don't like Todd Howarth. It's more about I actually love Todd Howarth's voice. It's more about overall the songs on Trouble Walking have a little more grit than like pop rock, if you make like synth rock, where 87 and 88, when they released those two Frehley Comet albums, it's a little more synth rock. It's not that I don't like that. It's just that Trouble Walking was my go-to. Now, that being said, dude, I don't know if I can come up with 20 songs I love after Trouble Walking. Right. But that's true for a lot of artists for me. So it just so happened that way.
Yeah. What about you, Lee?
Well, if we can't pick the 78 album, probably Trouble Walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about that record?
I don't know. When it came out, I was excited. He had a solo album and it just, stayed with me. But I've loved a lot of his other, even the more recent stuff. I've bought all those. I enjoy those.
Yeah. Let me, I wanted to put on another video. Let's see. Actually,
I wanted to know who else went to the Bad Boys tour.
I did not get to see that.
Oh, I saw the Bad Boys tour.
Good.
What was that like, Lee?
Oh, it was really fun. The one that sticks in my head is when they did, I think it was Dirty Living, when they all sat on the stools and the bongos and stuff. It was just it was a great show. I was so excited to see them together, and man, I was smiling the whole time.
And you had no idea what was coming?
No.
Because it was right after that was when they did the reunion, right?
You kind of hoped, like, oh, maybe this will lead to something, but, I didn't really think it would.
What was it like? What do you remember, Sonny, about the Bad Boys tour?
I remember being a bad boy because I was fucking hammered. I was hammered before I got there, so I was probably screaming the whole time. But I remember walking away going, "Oh, Peter's not as bad as I thought he was." Right? So
what does that mean?
I just didn't love his recorded music.
Oh, okay.
Right. So after he leaves Kiss, if I take all those albums, put them together, I don't know if I can come up with 10 songs I like. But then live, even at Creatures Fest, he's very pleasant to listen to live.
Yes,
so
his voice
the songs work a little bit better. So it's almost like his music, for me anyway, needs a crowd that appreciates it, so there's energy in the room instead of me listening into my car. After I just heard Maiden Somewhere in Time, like it just doesn't fit for me.
Yeah, Peter's voice is epic.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw, we were talking earlier about the tributes that people have been doing. Of course, Sebastian Bach was really a big one. But one of the things that I saw, our buddy Cassius Morris, who has the Cassius Morris Show, he interviewed the guitar player from Twisted Sister. Come on, Sonny.
Eddie?
No. All right. The other guy. Wasn't there another guy?
Oh,
you guys are gonna tear me apart. I am so sorry.
I forgot the other guy's name. I'm not a huge Twisted Sister fan, but I know who you're talking about. JJ French. There you go.
And he basically said that Ace was maybe the number one most influential guitar player, I think he said, of the 70s and the 80s, or the 70s. He said he named off the big ones, but he was like, he didn't believe that many people, so many people, basically what he said was, picked up a guitar just because of how cool Ace was. His, he had style, he had flash, especially for the time. Eddie Van Halen's style wasn't out yet, but he said still, Eddie changed the way guitar was played, but as far as like making people want to go and get one and pick it up,
Yeah.
he said Ace. And I will tell you, I remember a Guitar Player magazine that had him at like number 5 at the time. This was like in the late 90s even. And basically what it said was he didn't change guitar. He just made a lot of people want to pick one up, and
be a rock star himself,
and be a rock star. And I thought that was really kind of cool. If you guys don't know Cassius Morris, look him up. We knew him when he was little, and he's all grown up now. It's really weird.
He made it seem doable, right? Like, let's be real. What Satriani's doing doesn't sound doable to me by a normal human being, right? But what Ace was doing sounds doable. So then it makes it fun. True. And then you hear him sing and you're like, well, if he can do it, then I can probably do it.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing? His voice reminds me of Geddy Lee, not in style, but it fits
what
in
he's
his
doing.
Songs. Yeah. Geddy Lee, if you go and look it up, he sang the Canadian national anthem. And I was like, that's not okay.
Oh, I'm telling you right
Geddy.
now.
With Rush, it's great.
Dickinson does Torpedo Girl, I'll lose my shit. I'll be like, what the hell are you doing? There's no way I let Dickinson get away with doing Torpedo Girl.
Yeah. Oh, man. Wow, we should AI that. I'm just saying.
No, just for Sonny.
Do it. If you guys out there know how to do that AI stuff, that let me ask you this. There's been a lot of that, Lee. You've seen all the AI videos coming out where people are making
I'm like, I don't know what's real anymore. It's so weird.
So when you see these, do you
feel a disclaimer or something?
I agree with that. Do you think that this is just people trying to cope in their,
Oh yeah, they're just able to easily make AI with some kind of app and whatever thoughts they're putting it down and making I get it. It's art, sort of.
There was an AI story that I saw on here. Okay. I'm going to say it was AI because otherwise I have no idea where this came from or how we're not talking about it already. But like, it was basically Peter Criss came out and got on stage and talked about Ace and played the drums. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is fake. But like, even that kind of stuff, like there's pictures that are tributes, art that's true. It's all AI,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, there's a good Hawaii hockey. That's a good one. Ace did a Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
I remember that.
So good. A Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I'll look it up. Let's see. And Ace Frehley Dunkin' Donuts. We'll Google that. Sonny, when I saw that commercial for the first time, I remember thinking it was so random. Did you have about the same kind of reaction?
Oh yeah. Anytime Kiss is in a commercial, I'm like, what in the hell is going on?
Yeah, I could watch Paul Stanley shake salad all day long.
Oh, dude, that Workday commercial is hilarious.
Joey's back. Let him in.
Okay.
Yeah, the Folgers commercial and the Dr. Pepper and the whatever.
Hey, you're all right.
Joey, you okay, buddy? Giant slaw. Last second field goal.
You're muted.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's muted himself.
Sorry, guys. I had to watch that with my son, and Sonny, I don't know how long it takes me to drive to Texas, but expect me in about 35 hours.
What is it,
and
football?
you're getting punched right in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so we're gonna show that. No, that's okay. I'm gonna show that commercial, but I wanted to show you guys this really cool video real quick.
Joey, did you go to the Bad Boys tour?
No, believe it or not, I did not see that tour. I would have loved to.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, here you go, guys. This one's a little more personal to the show.
was awesome.
So yeah,
What
go
a
ahead.
great
Those-
memory.
That song meant so much to record. So I'm sure everyone knows that that song was an Ace demo for many, many, many years, and it meant so much to be part of that song because that was the song. If I had a chance to do a song on the record, that was the song I wanted to do because that song was always a favorite of mine growing up. I've known that song since the 80s. I could hum every minute of that song. I love, love, love that song. So when I found out they were re-recording that song, and like I said, I just played the demo on it at first, and I was like, wow, if I can get on this record to be part of this song and be part of history, I'm good. I'm good on my career. That was a big, big, big moment for me to play that song. It was always one of my favorites. So not only to be on that song, but then 5 or 6 more, that song meant everything to me.
Did you bring the cannolis? Is that what those?
Obviously, Steve and Ace didn't bring cannolis. Who the hell is going to bring the cannolis but me? Of course.
Where are they from?
No, they were a little above average. They weren't from Brooklyn or from Manhattan or anything. So I got them the New Jersey cannolis. They're half fugazi. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I don't know, Kroger.
No, there's still a nice, beautiful bakery. Don't get me wrong, but Jersey's, you can't beat a nice Brooklyn cannoli.
So listen, check this out. In this magazine, this 16 magazine, there was a headline in here. I want to show it to you. It's about Ace and the fact that he's put a solo album out. I'm not sure. Sonny is our historian. He'll remember if we ever talked about this, but I don't think so. This is what the headline says. It says 1979, April 1979. It says Ace on tour. What with 4 Kiss albums out at once, each. It should have said what if with 4 Kiss albums out, each of those fabulous Kiss guys went out on tour on their own. It said to meet fans and what does it say? To meet fans if he could, as he could. Here's what a day on the road with Ace would be like, and it's just all this footage, all these pictures of him meeting fans. I've never seen footage of this. I've seen Paul and I've seen Gene, but I've never seen Peter and I've never seen Ace. And I wonder if that's out there. Joey, you have the videos just like I do. The media ones. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think I've ever seen any of that stuff. You're right. I've seen the Gene and Paul stuff. I don't think I've ever seen any of the Ace stuff. You're right.
Never. I have to now. I'm gonna get serious for 1 second with you guys. A couple of things. One, when we get done with this show, we usually go and we usually do an extra 20 minutes on just for our members only. We're still going to do that, but tonight I'm making it public for you guys that are here now. When the show goes off, it's going to be private again for members only, but you guys are all going to be able to join us tonight and check it out. And we'll hang out for an extra 20 minutes, but that's something we're obligated to do. But I wanted to make sure you guys were all there with us. I don't want to cut you out of anything on this day. It's special. It's for all of us. It's the Kiss Army. So when we're done, go back on our page, look, or you can look now, look for that extra bonus. It's called the After School Special, and you guys can come and hang out with us there. It won't be private tonight. Okay. One of the things that I wanted to say was I watched that video of Joey today, and I started thinking about Lee. I went online and looked at a picture of I went on and looked at a picture of her sitting with Ace, and she was wearing his makeup, and she looks beautiful, and he looks like he's having a great time. And that's a picture she's got forever. And Joey got to play with Ace on one of his records, and I got to meet him a number of times. It was never on accident. It was always because I stood in line. But I have to tell you, and you guys know that, it's one of those things where up until this week, I used to be upset that I had to pay money to meet Gene, and I had to pay money to meet Ace, and I had to pay money to meet Peter. But you know what? I'm not upset about that anymore. I'm really glad that I did it. I'm very grateful that those things all happened to us, whether it was Joey's amazing feat of going from a 5-year-old at Madison Square Garden eating a hot dog all the way to playing on one of Ace's records, or Lee being that little kid jumping on her bed holding a tennis racket and Gene Simmons makeup, being able to hang out with Ace backstage. And I saw you that night. I remember you and I were right up near the front. And you know, Sonny having the opportunity to go to you went to it was the LA
it was the first vault.
The first vault, the LA vault. And McMurphy gifted 5 people extra. Man, thanks, buddy. He gifted people memberships. Thank you. That's really nice. And you did they do Torpedo Girl when you were there, Sonny?
Oh yeah.
Isn't
Remember,
that crazy?
I recorded it.
Yes.
I was recording it live.
I wish I should have found that. All right, look, let's go ahead and do this. I want to we talked about this, so I want to go ahead and make sure that I show this. Share screen, and how about this one right here?
Dunkin' Donuts knows it's not easy being a regular everyday office worker. To prove it, we tried this experiment with Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley.
Beautiful, Ace. But what about the P&L statement?
I'll give you the P&L statement.
We are looking good.
Made for the regular everyday folks. Delicious iced caramel lattes. America runs on Dunkin'.
Stop by Dunkin'.
Amazing.
P&L statement. I forgot about that.
That was the last time he put on that makeup, right?
Yes.
What year is that? Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what year it was, but I think it was the last time he was allowed to. He did the commercial, and okay, so look,
correct me if I'm wrong, Joe. Is that after Tommy's already in the makeup, I believe, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Let me ask you guys this, and forgive me for not knowing, but what's a P&L statement?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Profit and loss.
Oh, okay.
Profit and loss.
Look, in case you don't know,
don't you run a place?
I don't do anything other than teach music. I have an accountant for all that, and she doesn't tell me anything. I could be rich right now, and I'll never know.
No, she could be rich right now, and you would never know.
We're a team, man. What are you saying?
Oh, good.
We're a
Joe,
team.
can I hold your credit card in Vegas? I'll hold it. Don't worry.
Sure.
I'll show you profit and loss.
Joey, I got something I'm going to pack and bring for you. I'm going to share it with you. Look.
Oh, yes.
But if that tastes like the whiskey, I heard the whiskey tastes really bad. So if that
someone bring me the whiskey in Vegas too, and I'll give you some goodies. I would love the whiskey as well. Lee, I don't know how we're going to get you there. We're going to somehow get you there. We got to all do a couple shots of that. I know, Sonny, you don't drink anymore.
Sonny can't do shots.
I don't drink either.
But we gotta celebrate Ace. I know, so obviously we're still doing the event.
You're going to need to do cold gin then.
Well, I was just going to say, so in the pre-party, so that night we're changing things around a little. I know. So the pre-party is just about sold out. All the big packages are gone. Or the first, second, third, fifth row, whatever the hell it is. All the big stuff is sold out. There's a couple general admission tickets still left. I think there might be 2 or 3 sound check tickets still left. If anyone's listening, trust me, you want to be there, because not only all the stuff we announced, we got a lot more planned. Now, with Ace's passing, we're definitely going to add a lot of Ace tribute stuff, maybe at the end of the night, some guest musicians. You never know who we're going to get. It's going to be a lot of people we're going to get. Trust me, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. Come down. The cocktail party right before the event kicks off at 6:30. I'm hosting. We're going to try to do the world's largest toast to Ace. We're going to get, 200, 300, 400 shots of cold gin, whatever we can get. However many people are in the room. If you want a cold gin, it's yours. If you want a water, it's yours too. We're going to hold it up, take a big picture of us saluting Ace. And it's just going to be a special night. to kick off that weekend, to celebrate Ace, to celebrate Kiss, to celebrate everything. You know, we talked about it weeks ago. You never know how much time we have. And, you know, obviously it's shorter than we all thought. Nobody thought this was coming this quick. And I hope Gene, Paul, and Peter, and Bruce, and Eric, and Tommy, and everyone that's still around in that Kiss camp get together and say, hey, it's time. Let's take that victory lap. Let's celebrate together. Let's honor Ace before it's too late.
Yeah, Joey, one of the things, so my brother and his son are coming to the pre-party
awesome.
because they live in Vegas and
Amazing.
couldn't do the thing without doing the Virgin thing.
Amazing.
Right? But your party was gettable. So, yeah, they're coming to that.
That's awesome. And yeah, so people who don't know, so the pre-party is not necessarily part of the Kiss Cruise package. It's a different event. So if you're in Vegas already, or you just want to even just fly out for this event and you don't want to buy the whole package, you can just come to our event. There's still $59 tickets left. Like I said, there's literally only a handful, guys. It's not a big room, so it'll sell out possibly by the end of tonight. So try to grab those tickets. And maybe if you were on the fence of coming to Vegas for the full event, maybe with Ace's passing, maybe with the pre-party now on board, it gives you one more reason. Again, same type of mentality, guys. Don't wait till it's too late. Let's all celebrate this together. Maybe one last time. Who knows? You never know, guys. So let's all be together this special weekend, celebrate Ace and celebrate all of us. Maybe one last time.
I'll tell you something. I would really, I know, I'm going to tell you this. I know that Peter's camp watches this show because they told me, and they told Lee, and they actually recognized Lee, which was really her, and she was in makeup, so they recognized her by her voice.
I was Pennywise.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. Come to Vegas. Come to Vegas. I know that you're going to be in Washington or whatever for the Kennedy Awards. You know, is that where they are? The Kennedy Awards are in Washington, right?
I thought,
or
they
is
were
it
in
New York
somewhere?
Is it New York? Okay, so you're going to be, you're going to go to that. But you know what? We are going to be in Vegas. It'd be great if you came. You know, figure out a way to make it happen and try to come. Because it'll really mean a lot to us. Because now we're panicking. Kiss fans are panicking, and we'd like to see you guys together. That's my PSA. Just in case you don't know what that is, that's a public service announcement. Sonny didn't know what that was.
63.
Yeah.
Who said I was 63?
Leah's not 63. She's not even 40.
I'm 61. Don't be adding any more years.
And guys, please, if you're on the fence, come and say hello to us. Come hang out with us all weekend, even or if it's just at the pre-party. We're all going to be there. We're still going to try to get Lee there. Just come and hang out with us. See us. We will hang and talk and hug and take pictures and everything, you know, to celebrate Ace and the weekend and Kiss. And it's going to be so much fun. The music, I hate to say it, as much as I'm part of the music, it's secondary. It's about all of us, right? Let's get together and celebrate the fandom, not just Kiss and not just Ace. Let's celebrate each other.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm really excited about seeing everybody there. One of the things is that if you guys have ever met me outside of watching this, I love to do pictures with everybody that watches this show. Somebody walks up and goes, my wife and I watch you. Oh, it's like, please, can I have a picture? I always put it on Facebook, and it means a ton to me because I've been doing this for so long. And we've been doing it live now for quite a few years, but before that, you know, it was just hit record, send it out. And then, you know, you have no idea how, you know, you don't know who's listening. So please come over, say hello. Let's hang out. Let's talk Kiss, you know, tell us your, you know, favorite stuff. I want to hear it. That's the place to do it. Right, Sonny?
I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me.
Sonny, he's like the devil. He's like the devil. Okay, so listen here. Here's the deal. Okay, now we're getting ready to hang up here. Okay, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys, 200 people still here hanging out with us. It's been great to see you. Let's do it a little more. Let's go a little longer, but we have to do it over in our other video. So here's the deal.
Why can't we just stay here?
I can. I got to have a separate video because I can't make this one private. So this is what we're going to do. As many as you guys want to come, we're going to continue this conversation, okay? Maybe get a little bit deeper into, talking about Ace. Come hang out with us. When we hang up here, we're going to start the other spot. It's right on our Facebook page and videos upcoming. Click there. Come and hang out, and we'll hang out a little longer. Sonny, do you have anything to add?
No. Sad day. Rest in peace, Ace. We're going to miss you.
Absolutely. Joey?
Yeah, I wanted to share this. So I don't know if I ever showed this on air. This is my jacket. This is my jacket growing up. This is from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I wore this literally every
day that he got beat up, he wore it.
This is like that thick old school paint.
Yes.
I wore this every day. I was an Ace mark. Kiss patches everywhere, obviously.
Who painted it?
You know what? I'm not even sure at this point,
Okay.
Lee. I don't remember his name, but if anyone remembers that picture from the old Dynasty book,
yeah,
that is amazing.
I still have it because it meant so much to me. Ace meant so much to me. Ace meant so much to all of us guys, and he'll never be forgotten. I've been listening to Frehley's Comet stuff. I've been listening to Anomaly. I've been listening to Trouble Walking. I've been listening to so much different Ace all week. It's incredible. I've been obviously rehearsing for Kiss, for the Kiss pre-party, the Kiss Cruise pre-party, all the Alive stuff I've been rehearsing. Ace is just all over that stuff. He's so incredible. Just remember him, blast his music, and we'll celebrate together.
Absolutely. Lee?
Just great show, great camaraderie. That's what being a Kiss fan is about. We're all buddies and friends, and it's really hard to lose a family member. So that's what it kind of felt like. Like I made in my Facebook post.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know Ace. He doesn't know me. I've met him a bunch of times, but you feel like you lost like an uncle or I don't know. I can't explain it. I cried. I don't even, he's been in my life since I was 11 years old.
Right. Yeah.
Really, just makes you think about your own mortality for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everybody, like I said at the beginning, I'm sorry. I know how you feel. You hurt, but we got so many memories, and all the videos and the music will live on.
Absolutely. Listen, you guys know it. Now here we go. I'm about to hang up with you guys. We're going to go over to the private spot. It's not going to be private tonight. It's just for us. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk Ace for a little while longer, just a little bit longer, not early, but longer. And then, hey, who knows what else we're going to see on here? Oh, and I'm going to do the news because I didn't do it on this show because I didn't want to do that. But there is some other stuff that we got to talk about, right, Joey?
Yeah, of course. Listen, Ace is the story as maybe forever, but of course there's still stuff going on in Kiss world, and let's talk about it.
Absolutely. You know what I'm going to say? We love Kiss, and we love Kiss podcasts. Most of them anyway. And you're going to hear that, I had to bite my tongue tonight because I had a new thing that I wanted to say and I decided against it. And this is just not the time. And you're going to hear the commercials for all the ones that we love right after this in 3, 2, 1. Peace, guys.